Hey guys, Smith City here for Smith City Product Reviews. Before we get stuck into this review, I just want to give a shout out to my tattooist Joe from Scarred for Life Tattooing in Carrum Downs. I've had a bit of a idea of getting a tattoo for our dog Kira, who passed away last year of renal failure, and she's a beautiful orange ginger coloured staffy, the colour of an autumn leaf, and decided to get an autumn leaf tattoo. Autumn can symbolise the year's last loveliest smile. So I'll show you guys the tattoo. It's healing quite nicely. It's been 3 days now since I've had it, so I'll just try to get the lighting right for you guys to see there. Absolutely love it. It's got the letter K there for Kira. Absolutely love it. Did an absolute amazing job, Joe. Fantastic. And obviously I was a bit of a blubbering mess when I got home, and I did a little bit of an Instagram story, which you can check that out. I've got that as a save story. You can check that out. But every time I watch that, I sort of my emotions just run wild with the lyrics of the song that I chose, and just everything. Just all my emotions came out. And when a tattoo and an idea like that can spark that sort of emotion in someone, it's an absolute amazing and beautiful thing. And yeah, absolutely happy with that tattoo, Joe. So absolutely fantastic. They've got amazing tattoo artists there at Scarred for Life Tattoo in Carrum Downs. I'll chuck that in the description box for you guys to check out. A little link there for you guys to either check out their designs, check out their artists, or book a tattoo session with them. So check them out, guys. And now we'll get stuck into the review. So we have got a new beer glass here today. Bought this from Cork the Liquor, and we have done a few of their crazy beers of late. I've got FA18 Black Rhino Stout. So obviously I did their 18% 5 times IPA, whatever that is, and that was full on, where I had half of it in my review. So there it is. I've been keen to try this. It's been sitting in my fridge for before Christmas, and I haven't had a drink since the 29th. It is now the 7th or the 8th, and hopefully I'll get all my reviews up for you guys, uploaded before my Beer Cartel new subscription Speakeasy package comes in the mail, because I want to get everything up and ready, so then when I hit those unboxing and the reviews, I'm up to speed, and I'm going to try my hardest to upload them as I actually do them. But the only problem is I do the reviews generally at night time, and I find I get most interactions with videos when I upload them in the afternoon. And so if I do them and upload them straight away, they're not going to get a lot of views, which obviously I want them to get a lot of views for the breweries that obviously make these beers and that sort of stuff. So anyway, that's enough talking. There's the FA 18% Black Rhino Stout. Big one to start off with. Big one to start off with. I haven't had a beer for close to a week now, and I'm starting with an 18%er. So we'll just see. Obviously it's from Hope Estate. I'm not too sure if I said that. And we'll get it into the glass and we'll have a bit of a sniff. Oh, look at that. It's like motor oil. Wow. Oh wow, look at the colour. Oh wow, look at the head colour. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Obviously you saw on the pour how thick it is. On the pour it did have a bit of a 2-finger head, and that head's gone down, but you'd expect that with an 18% beer. So definitely jet black in the glass, other than the reflection off some red that's on the table and the TV to the left of me. It's literally just basically jet black in the beer, in the glass. Sorry, jet black beer in the glass. We'll have a bit of a sniff. Oh, I so hope that aroma translates to taste. Oh wow. Coffee, caramel, chocolate. I want to say like it's got like a very bit of a sort of like a pruny or like a raisiny type alcohol aroma to it. That's obviously the roasted malt reacting with the hops they use. I'm going to have to get stuck in, guys. Cheers. Happy New Year. Sorry, I just turned into an elephant there. That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. So you do have sort of those darker fruits: plum, fig, prune, chocolate, caramel, coffee. In some of the stouts I've had that are like higher up there in alcohol content, but like not 18%, like we're talking like 9, 10%. Like you do get the coffee element to it, and you do get the chocolate element to it, and you do get the caramel, you know, all those sorts of coffee, caramel, and chocolate elements. But what's coming through here is obviously the hop component as well, and so you are getting those darker fruits mixed in with those malts, and it's very well balanced in terms of that. Whereas a lot of the other stouts I've tasted, it's more of a malt complex than it is like the hops that you can taste. As you saw how crazy thick it was on the pour, like it's very hard for you guys to see that in the glass there, but obviously the head's gone. It does have a little bit of carbonation in it, not a lot. It's got a very, like this is a bit of a contradiction, but it's kind of got a smooth bitterness to it. The mouthfeel creates that smoothness, and it sort of rounds off the bitterness of like the dark fruits and the dark chocolate. So there's obviously a bitterness there, but it's not like a normal bitterness from a beer, or bitterness you'd get from like orange rind or lemon rind or lime rind or anything like that. Oh wow, this is dynamite. What a way to start off the year with beer review. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Obviously it's got nothing on there other than 5.3 standard drinks, 375ml can, 18%. Hope Brewery, Hunter Valley, 2213 Broke Road, Polkle Bin, 2320. Well, let me just say, this is so good that you'd buy multiple of these, and just like the namesake of the road, you'd be broke because these would be quite expensive. Dare I say it, I've had some really banging beers from Hope, and I've actually reviewed a few 10s on there. Dare I say it, this is arguably their best beer. Arguably their best beer. Wow. Holy smokes. And as I say, holy smokes, there is a bit of a smokiness to this beer. So packaging, top notch. Obviously, whenever you see a plain in the fridge, you know it's from Hope. I saw this on a few other people's pages on Instagram and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I have to get it. I went to Cork the Liquor in on their I went on their Scoresby one. Yeah, I went to their Scoresby one and their Scoresby Road one, and they didn't have it. And then a few days later, I was getting a drink to have with a mate before I, did my Christmas stuff. And just say thanks, thanks for a great year, sort of thing, and just had a bit of a drink with a mate before the whole Christmas thing took off. And this was in their Burwood Road store, or sorry, Burwood Highway store, and I had to pick it up. I had to pick it up. Wow. Holy. I'm going to give two drinkabilities here. You probably, over a course of, let's just say in the cold, because I think this is more of a cold evening drink than a hot evening drink, and I think it's like 22 degrees inside. But this is actually still nice on a night like tonight, but it's more suited to probably your colder evenings. But I'll give two drinkabilities here. On a cold evening, if you were outside, there was no rain, but it was sort of 12 to 14, and you had a roaring fire nearby, and you knew you were going to be outside for maybe 4 or 5 hours, you easily could drink two of these. And obviously we're 13 minutes in, and I've only had that much of the beer. So this is, you could probably get two and drink them over 5 hours, as opposed to drinking 8-9 beers. To be honest, it's probably healthier to do that in terms of calorie intake. Yeah, there's no way you're going to be able to drink this quickly. Well, look, you could be an idiot and shotgun them, or whatever the case may be, which would be another review entirely. But you wouldn't enjoy this. If I tried to slam this down, I'd probably vomit, just because of how strong and potent this bad boy is. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Hopefully that's a good thumbnail. That's a good thumbnail. Wow. So yeah, the drinkability in terms of you can drink multiple of them over like a longer stretch of time is good. Because even though you're getting that warm, like, because it's 18%, you're getting that warm alcohol sort of, I wouldn't say burn, but it's more of like an esophagus hug. Like it just like hugs your esophagus on the way down and then sort of in the pit of your stomach. And so that high alcohol content does make it a struggle to drink it quick, but it's not a beer that you drink quick. But as a singular drink, as like a standalone, you're just having one of them. Drinkability is never about pace for me either. You know, like I could reference that like with some lagers or pilsners that you can like slam a drink down, it's hot, whatever the case may be. But it's not the only factor, and so drinkability from an 18% beer standpoint, this is a very easy drinking beer at 18%. Like I've had their normal Rhino 18% IPA, and that was a struggle. It was very resiny-ish. It was very complex. It knocked you around a fair bit. There was a lot of stuff going on. And then obviously I had their red IPA, their triple red IPA, recently at 11.1%, and that was also a tough beer to drink. But I'm finding this one a hell of a lot easier to drink than the other two. And I think that high alcohol content, even though you can feel it sort of hug your esophagus on the way down, it's almost hidden within layers of all those chocolate, caramel, coffee, and dark fruits that I spoke about. They're like, it's like that alcohol is sort of muddled up with all of those complexities of it, which is great, Whereas I found with the other two beers is whilst they had complexities and the flavour profiles were crazy, and you had to sort of like sift through layers of what you're experiencing, the alcohol content was sort of like separated a little bit from that, and so you'd get all the flavours of that, but then you're left with the alcohol at the end, whereas the alcohol content is sort of very muddled up with all the flavours, which is great. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. So I've done drinkability. I'm going to give rating, guys, because we've been on for 18 minutes now. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. And this is their best beer by far. Well, sorry. It's their best high alcohol content beer. Because I don't think you can really compare this to, say, like the grapefruit, hazy grapefruit that I did, or any of the other similar beers that I've had, because they're like completely different. Like their sour pineapple is completely different. Even though it's like 9%, they're still different. But in terms of their 5 IPA at 18%, their Rhino, their red triple IPA, and this one is the best out of those three. And I rated those other two fairly highly. I think I rated one a 9, and I think I rated another one an 8 or a 7.5, something like this. But this is just I want to swear. I really want to swear. So I give it a 10 out of 10 from Smith City. Check out Scarred for Life Tattooing. Give you another quick look. If any of you guys have got tattoos in the comment section, I'd love to hear what some of your designs are and what sort of significance and meaning they have for you guys, because I think like all my tattoos I've got have some form of meaning. You know, like I'll quickly sort of go over them before I get off the channel. I know I said I was going to wrap it up, but so I've got a basketball tattoo. You got Kobe Bryant there. I go for the Bucks. He's standing on the basketball court. You got this basketball monster there coming through the girders of the roof of the stadium. And you got the crowd there. I'm actually in the crowd, right. Let's see if we can focus there. Right there, if you can see. Probably not, because it's not going to focus all that well. But I'm there. Oh, there you go. Yeah, right there, in the crowd. Jamin from Last Frontier Tattoos in Upway. He did my arm. Got Michael Red there. Getting eaten. Bucks logo. Got Pau Gasol, which I might get covered up. I'm not really happy with. This isn't Jamin's fault. I'm not too happy with sort of the size proportion of Pau. And he sort of looks a little bit, not that I have a problem with Asians, but he doesn't look like Pau Gasol. He sort of looks a little bit Asian there. So I might get that as a cover up, like right there, which I have spoken to Jamin about. So it's not like I'm talking crap there. And then we've got Michael Red's leg there. I've got Falcon wings because I used to coach Ferntree Falcons in basketball. And then obviously back in the day I had dreadlocks, and all my basketball friends used to call me Tree. And so that was done at Last Frontier as well by Jamin. His design, he drew that up. Looks absolutely amazing. That's not completely finished because that was going to be done with some crows and stuff to symbolise some loved ones that have passed away and that sort of stuff, but we just haven't got around to finishing that off. But yeah, if you guys have got some tattoos, whether you're watching when this uploads or in a few years' time, I'd love to hear what some of your tattoos are and what sort of meanings you have behind them. But on that note, this is probably my longest review I've ever done. I'll let you guys go and I'll catch you on the next. Cheers.